Alright, bonjour. This is the Unité 6 written test answers. First section is Les Écritures. Translate the following verses and addresses. The numbers can remain as digits into French. John 14:15 becomes Si vous m'aimez, gardez mes commandements. John 14:15. Matthew 5:14 Vous êtes la lumière du monde. Matthieu Oops, there's not supposed to be an H there. 5:14. Matthew 6:9. Notre Père qui est aux cieux, que ton nom soit sanctifié. Matthieu 6:9. And then finally, Matthew 6:10. Que ton règne vienne, que ta volonté soit faite sur la terre comme au ciel. So, in our PowerPoints, I accidentally switched. This one was in the week before this one. These are the first two verses of the Lord's Prayer. So just make sure whether or not you mixed it up, that you have it in the correct order now. That this, even though we learned this one before this one, that in actual order, Matthew 6:9 is this one, and then Matthew 6:10 is this one. Next, we had the vocabulaire section. Match the following French vocabulary words with their English translations. So I went through and reordered this, so it matches up. So you can just kind of look at the letters here. Une casquette is a cap. Un blouson is a shirt. Un jean, jeans. Un imperméable is raincoat. Un manteau is a coat. Une veste is a jacket. Une chemise is a blouse. So if you switched up blouson, making shirt, and chemise with blouse, that's not the biggest deal in the world. Just make sure you kind of get it now. Polo is a collared shirt, kind of. Oops, don't want to do that. That one's for sure. Un pantalon, pants. Des chaussettes, socks. Une cravate, tie. Un chemisier is a jacket. So here's another one. We have two similar ones. Never mind. Une jupe is a skirt. Une robe is a dress. Un pull is a sweater. Des grands is hose, tights or stockings. Next we had accessories. Une ceinture is a belt. Des lunettes is glasses. Des lunettes de soleil are sunglasses. And then we had the second part of like the sports kind of clothing. Des chaussures, shoes. Des tennis, tennis shoes. Des bottes, boots. Des sandals, pretty easy so far. Des baskets, trainers or sneakers. Un t-shirt, t-shirt. Un short, shorts. Un sweatshirt. Un survêtement or un jogging is a sweatsuit or a jogging suit. Un maillot de bain is a swimsuit. Some adjectives and verbs to describe clothing. L'argent, or the purchase of clothing. L'argent, money. Un billet, bill. Une pièce, coin. Riche, rich. Pauvre, poor. Dépenser is to spend. Gagner is to earn or win. Payer is to pay. It's like dispensing, gaining, and paying. That's how I think of it. Then we had sentences. For the party, Marie buys 3 hats. Pour la fête, for the party, Marie achète, so you need to make sure your verb is conjugated here. 3 chapeaux. Okay, so I should say here, you could have said la fête, la boum, le soirée. Any of those would have worked just fine. Marie buys, achète 3 chapeaux. 3 needs to come before chapeau, and chapeau needs to have an X. And the kind of golden rule, there's no golden rule, kind of the guidelines I use is there's a lot going on in each of these sentences. I'm testing you on a number of things with each translation. So if you get kind of like, let's say, more than if you get somewhere from like 2 to 3 things wrong in the sentence, small things, like you wrote le fait, or maybe conjugated this not quite right or something. More 2 to 3, then I'd give you half credit. Any more than that, then you probably didn't get very right, unless they're like glaring mistakes where it looks like it's communicating something else. All right, next. At the beach, à la plage. They, boys and girls, so that has to be il, and make sure your verb matches il. Porte des. They wear swimsuits and sunglasses. So in English, we can just say wear swimsuits and sunglasses. In French, we have to say wear some. So you have to have the word des there. Des. Maillot de bain. The S goes on the end of bain. Et des lunettes de soleil. Actually, that's not right. The S should be here on maillot, just like it's on the lunette. So that's an error of mine. Please wear a raincoat, said my mother. So you could have done this one of two ways, so I wrote both here. She could have said it in the formal or informal. It makes more sense that she'd say informal, but just in case you just went with the formal, here's how you say it. Okay. S'il te plaît, porte un impair. So here we have te plaît for the informal, and then the verb would be conjugated to match the te. Un impair, dit ma mère. So it's important that you did ma mère, like my mother, instead of la mère or une mère, the mother, a mother. We're talking about my mother here. If you want formal, it should be s'il vous plaît, and then porter with an easy, un impair, dit ma mère. Next, excuse me, I'm looking for a black sweater. Excusez-moi, so this should be in the E, the formal way here. This is the imperative form that we learned. And this is how we say excuse me to someone that we don't know, because this is kind of the way this is formed. But usually when we say excuse me, we're talking to someone we don't know, right? In this context, excusez-moi. And then I'm looking, je cherche. Cherche needs to be conjugated to match je. A black sweater. Un pull noir. Noir comes after pull. Pull is masculine. Next, what do you think of these gray pants? There's two ways you could have said it. They're too short. You could have said either qu'est-ce que tu penses du? What do you think of the? And then pantalon, plural. Make sure there's an S there. And make sure vert is plural and comes after. Il est trop court. It is too short. You could have also said comment trouves-tu le? What do you think of the brown pants or green pants? It is too short. How much does this purple jogging suit cost? It's expensive, 100 euros. There's several ways you could have written how much something costs. C'est combien? You could have said combien coûte. You could have said quel est le prix pour? And then this is ce. So make sure that you have that. Ce vêtement violet. Violet comes after. C'est cher, it's expensive, 100 euros. Next, please buy an in-style tie for the wedding, which is le mariage, of Jean-Paul et Béatrice. So I went with the formal way and then the informal. So, s'il vous plaît, achetez, so that would have the verb would have an easy on it to match the vous. Une cravate à la mode, that means in style, and it goes after une cravate, which is feminine. For le mariage de Jean-Paul et Béatrice. If you went informal, it would be s'il te plaît, achète would look like this. Next, how much is the collared shirt? Again, several ways you could have asked how much something costs. You could have said combien coûte, and then le polo, or you just could have said c'est combien pour le polo, quel est la prix pour le polo. Any of those are correct. How many belts do you have? This is kind of like right here we have like side by side the combien used to talk about cost, and then here's combien to talk about quantity. How many belts do you have? Combien de, and then ceinture, plural, as-tu? You could have also, I guess you could have also said, combien de ceintures est-ce que tu as? I did the informal way here, where it's est-ce que is deleted and then the verb and the subject are inverted. So either of those two are correct. Combien de ceintures as-tu or combien de ceintures est-ce que tu as? Both of those are correct. Next, I need 3 black new pants. This was kind of an exercise in remembering your adjectives and where they go. So I need is j'ai besoin de, but then de becomes des because my subject is plural. J'ai besoin des, and then 3, nouveau, new, in the plural masculine form. This doesn't need to change because it already has an S on it. And then my noun, and then noir is the adjective that goes after. So trois and nouveau are part of the bangs, adjectives that go before the noun, and the noir is a color. It's a regular one. It goes after, and it's masculine and plural, so it just has an S on the end. Next, grammar section. Conjugate the following verbs. Je, J apostrophe, really. Achète, achète, achète. Achetons, acheter, achète. So the accent goes down for these 3, is not present for these 2, and goes down for this one here. Similar with préférer. This accent here is grave. There's, oops, my thing is wrong here. That must have been autocorrect. These 2 should have an accent and they go aigu. They go up. So it looks like one like this and one like this. One like this and one like this. Because that's the way préféré works. I'm sorry about that, you guys. And then the last one here has the grave. Right. Choisir. This is just a regular IR verb, so it's the endings are IS, IS, IT, ISSONS, ISSEZ, ISSENT. Go away. What does this thing say? Okay, there we go. Finir is also a regular IR verb. IS, ISIT, ISSONS, ISSEZ, ISSENT. Payer. This is where we have when an ER verb ends in Y, then the Y changes to I for the boot pronouns. So it looks like this. Pay, 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 payon, payer, pay. So these 3, and the last one, the Y changes to an I. Attendre and paître are both regular RE verbs. So the endings are SS, nothing, ONS, EZ, ENT. SS, nothing, ONS, EZ, ENT. Okay. Then finally we have sentences. I wish I had some boots. You, plural you, wish you had some sandals. J'espère is I wish. That's a regular, or sorry, not regular. It's an ER verb, but it functions like these 2, préférer and acheter, where we have the accent grave for the boot pronouns. J'espère j'ai des bottes. I wish I had some boots, plural. You, vous, wish, espérer conjugated to match. And here that that E remains this same as the original verb because it's not, vous is not a pronoun. Boot pronoun, but je is. Vous espérez vous avez des sandales. So avez needs to be, this verb needs to be conjugated properly as well. Some sandals. Next, to the concert, I will bring Julie and I will bring a soda. I kind of spelled it out really, or was very, the way I phrase this word is kind of strangely in English, but it's to help you remember that in French, when we bring something, it's a different verb than when we bring a person. So, to the concert, au concert, because remember, au means to the concert. J'amène Julie et j'apporte un soda. So if you use the wrong verb here and wrong verb here, then it's certainly half or all credit gone, because that's kind of what the sentence is testing. Which coat is John wearing? This red coat. Quel manteau? So quel needs to be in the masculine singular form. Est-ce que Jean porte? This needs to be conjugated. Ce manteau rouge. This, not le, not un, but this, ce manteau rouge. Masculine singular form. Next, this is my old t-shirt. Voici, this is. If you said voilà, I'd let that slide. That means there is, but if you said ici est mon, that's, I guess, okay too. But this is technically is voici. My old t-shirt. So t-shirt is masculine and singular. So mon is masculine singular and vieux is masculine singular. And vieux comes before because it's a Banks adjective. These tennis shoes are more expensive than these sandals. Ces tennis sont, plural, the verb needs to be here, plural here, sont plus chers que. So you need to have the plus cher and que all next to each other because that all represents that lesson that was comparisons, more than, less than, or equal to. So you need to have all three parts. Cher should have just an S on the end because it's masculine and plural. And then these sandals, ces, and then sandal needs to be plural. These socks are as white as these tights. Ces, these, chaussettes, plural. So then sont also needs to be plural. Aussi blanche que. So this is that comparison thing again. Blanche is feminine and plural, so it has an E and an S, and then these tights collants with an S on the end. Next, in France, one speaks French. En France, if you said dans, D-A-N-S, dans France, that's not, it's okay. I'd let that one slide just because you're a French one. But we technically say en France. And then one speaks, this has to be on, and it has to be parle, conjugated this way, français. Next, where does one buy an expensive dress? Où, where? Est-ce que, don't forget, because our subject, or the next word here, on, begins with a vowel, it has to be Q apostrophe O-N, est-ce qu'on, and then achète, the accent grave, conjugated to match on, an expensive dress, une robe chère. Chère needs to be in the feminine form. I'm going to visit Quebec and visit my aunt and uncle. This is another one of those things where we use a different verb to visit a place than we do to visit people. So that's why I repeated it twice in English. I said it awkwardly in English. Je vais visiter, so this is our near future. Je vais visiter, so vais is conjugated to match je. Visiter is infinitive, Quebec. Et, and then you could have said et je vais rendre visite, or you could say you could have put a vais here as well, vais rendre visite, or you could have just said rendre visite. So this is like vais visiter, vais rendre visite. So this is the second verb, and this one is in the infinitive as well. Rendre visite à is the whole phrase, rendre visite à my aunt, ma tante, et mon oncle. So ma needs to match tante and mon needs to match oncle. And then finally, who sells CDs here? Qui vend, with an S on the end, des CD ici. And that's it.